Hi, I'm Andrew Rich, and if you're like me, you look at the state of modern wrestling discourse and think, wow, what a cesspool. That's why I'm here to tell you about Music of the Mat Remix. That's right, your favorite wrestling music podcast is back with a new format, where I bring on a guest and we play songs related to wrestling-themed topics. It could be a wrestling reference, a wrestling concept, a wrestling pun, things of that nature. Now you might be saying, Andrew, that is a very, very tenuous connection to pro wrestling on a wrestling podcast network. Is this just an excuse to hang out with your friends and talk about music and ignore the rest of the wrestling landscape? Yes. Yes, it is. So listen to Music of the Mat Remix on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network, available on Apple, Spotify, or your podcast player of choice.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Here we go! Kiss me like you love sound. So that mama call me. Whoa, whoa, 君へ片思い。恋が走り出したら。
You're listening to the Emerald FlowShow on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Emerald FlowShow 100th episode Spectactular. Yay! And to celebrate that, we have Paul Walsh returning. Paul.
Yay!
Fan. Yay!
Yeah, it was great. Japan was awesome, like always. Already thinking about when I'm gonna go back next. So, like at the very latest, I'm going to be like back there, like basically mostly doing this again in like 2 years, essentially. So
Nice.
Yeah.
And any interesting wrestling related adventures that don't necessarily happen on the show?
Yeah. I mean, so like what we haven't covered, like or what hasn't been covered yet. So I think one of like if I just kind of like out of the shows, like most of the shows that I went to were like larger shows, right? Like I did do like two New York shows. I did the like All Japan New Year's one. I did Stardom. I did Great. Great actually was one of the best shows of the entire trip. The show in Shinjuku Face that they had. That was one of the best shows of the entire thing. Otherwise, in terms of stuff that definitely wasn't covered. So I think that probably like the first two shows that like I haven't been talked about yet. So I went to Sportiva in Nagoya. I couldn't really figure out how you get the curry or whatever, so I didn't have the curry, unfortunately. But I mean, the matches were interesting. The problem was I was really, really, really hungover still when I was in Nagoya by the evening because me and John had been like going hard in Shizuoka the previous day, which John has talked about that on Omakase already. But yeah, we went to this like small like snack bar, and they just kept like basically there you pay by the time that you spend there, not by the amount that you drink. So they literally just kept refilling our drinks as they were like half empty essentially. So we were very, very hungover the next day. Then otherwise I went to see a Kyushu Pro show. Actually I had free entry. It was like in a suburb of Fukuoka. was actually that was one of the shows that was like probably like the hardest to get to, because you had to like take a train out to the suburbs and then you had to walk for like a half hour essentially to get to where the arena was. But entrance was free. So I was like, you know what? Like, when else am I gonna watch like Kyushu Pro? And on that one, we had like a great tag title defense. It was Jet Wei and Kodai Nozaki versus Minoru Tanaka and blanking on the name of his partner right now. But that was a match. Like, I went like after that was done, I was like, that's a 4-star match. So yeah, definitely very happy. I like made my way out to the outskirts of Fukuoka just for that. Also perfectly, like also the show was very short. Like the show was like an hour basically. So it actually perfectly bridged the time until until check-in opened at the hotel. So that actually worked out nicely too. Then otherwise, in terms of wrestling that I saw while I was over there, well, so obviously I watched I watched the hottest men's promotion in Japan live, because I went to watch the 0-1 one-day tournament in Shinkiba. And I have to say, like, that's one of those shows that like it like rekindles like your love for wrestling, because it's simple, right? Like, it's nothing like amazing. Like, it's very often also kind of like meat and potatoes wrestling, but it's like it just works. Like, it's just no nonsense. Just guys go in there and they hit each other hard, right? And at the end of the day, one guy is just the better guy and he wins. And yeah, no, that was really nice. Like, actually, like in terms of like the matches in there, like a lot of it has gone up on YouTube, behind the paywall on YouTube for 0-1. Aside from the finals, as Gerard actually informed me. Which
all there is like the Tanaka versus Hayabusa, and then the semifinals with Matsunaka versus Tanaka.
Which again, like, that's the match you probably didn't need to upload because it's 2 minutes. Like, it's like it's over so quickly. Like, I like the story, right? Like, the story made sense where it's like Tanaka just like completely spent any energy he still had left to like beat Hayabusa finally. And then he just didn't have anything left, and Matsunaga just completely overwhelms him and beats him in under 2 minutes. Like, I think that makes sense as a story. It's just like, I don't know, that's not a match you really need to upload for people to watch. Like, there's not much there. Honestly, like, obviously, like, Hayabusa with Masato Tanaka was great. Like, that was awesome.
Yes.
I also really like Chris Weiss versus Daisuke Sekimoto.
Okay.
Like, that was just like Sekimoto just like running at Chris Weiss. Like, and Chris Weiss, again, like, he's a heel, right? Like, but it's not that it's overbearing with the cheating that he does is like, it's relatively small stuff, and it's also just him being an asshole. So I think that works really well. And yeah, so like him versus like Daisuke Sekimoto was just like basically 2 men just standing there and like chopping each other really, really hard in the chest. Like, Chris Weiss's chest for like the rest of the evening just looked like hamburger meat, just because of the chops that he took from Sekimoto. And then I like Tsukutaka Sato versus Takuya Sugawara as well. Again, nothing special, but it was very logical. Like, right, like there was a lot of like good arm work being done in it. It didn't overstay its welcome and everything. So yeah. And then the final I liked as well, where like, again, Chris Weiss did like a bit of cheating. But then ultimately, like, Junior was just like the baby face that like overcame like Chris Weiss. And
Yes.
like Chris Weiss also bladed in that match as well. So he was just bleeding all over the place. Including him like taking he actually took like a pile driver on the floor from Matsunaga. So like they had to like clean the blood off of the mat as well, which actually happened basically right in front of me, because I showed up on the day, like I didn't buy a ticket in advance for that one, and they still had like a front row ticket available. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna spend 8,000 yen on 0-1. Fuck it, why not?
Why not?
Yeah. So yeah, no, that one's definitely like, if you have like, either if you're like a member of base near you, or if you want to spend like the $3.99 that like the 0-1 membership is on YouTube, like it's well worth to watch what is available from the show. And I mean, hopefully they'll upload the finals. It would be very weird for them to not upload the finals out of all things. But then again, they've already uploaded, from a later show.
I haven't bothered to try to figure out how to get on that other thing, so I'm just a YouTube paid subscriber.
Oh yeah, same. But especially now that they've kind of like are uploading this stuff pretty quickly as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It would be one thing if like it would take like you only get matches after like 2 months or whatever.
Right.
Like that would be like subscribing to like Wrestle Universe for like Marvelous. It's like probably not a good idea because that takes 2 months until those shows are up. So that show, well worth your time. It's also like it went by pretty quickly as well. So that was one of those shows where like I went home afterwards and I was like, yeah, I'm so fucking happy I did this one. This was fucking then otherwise stuff that I watched.
Let's talk about Big Japan then.
Let's talk about Big Japan, yeah. So I went. So basically, I left Japan for about 2 weeks to go to the Philippines, where the company that I work for has an office there. So I worked from the Philippines office for 2 weeks, and then I came back to Japan for the weekend, and I went to Big Japan on the 31st of January in Korakuen Hall in front of 468 fans, which not great.
Is that the lowest attended Korakuen you've ever been to?
Probably. So the thing is, on my first trip in 2019, I went to a Michinoku Pro show, and that might have been that's the only show I can think of that would have been around that level of like audience. Because most of the other Korakuen shows I went to were like super packed, basically. Like Stardom was super full. Dragon Gate somehow had like they've been struggling in Korakuen for a while, but like the Dragon Gate Korakuen I went to was just like packed.
Mm-hmm.
And then otherwise, well, that's really the only Korakuen. See, that's the weird thing. So like this Big Japan show was like the first Korakuen, not the Big Japan show, the Dragon Gate show that I went to like around like basically the day after the 01 show was the first Korakuen show I went to on this entire trip, which again, I would like to remind the listeners, I arrived in Japan on the 28th of December, and the first Korakuen show I went to was on the 18th of January. So it's just like look, the main reason that took that long is, well, because quite frankly, the All Japan Korakuen shows were shit. Like those were bad cards. Like even I didn't want to go to those. So yeah, that's why that took that long. But yeah, otherwise this was probably like definitely like either first or second lowest like Korakuen attendance that I've ever been to. But I do have to say the crowd was still good. Like the crowd still made noise and still was like really engaged. Like that's the thing. The people that do still go to Big Japan really still care about Big Japan. And you know what was weird though about the audience, what I didn't expect, is the amount of kids in the crowd, which is like Big Japan, like again, these aren't my children, so it's not really my business, but Big Japan doesn't really feel like the promotion you should take like your kid to. And I'm not talking about like, I don't know, you take like your 15-year-old kid there who's like, fuck yeah, like somebody's bleeding all over the place. Let's go. That's great. Like I'm talking about people bringing like 5-year-olds and younger to the shows. Like little kids that are like barely old enough to like be able to sit on their own chair. And yeah, like I don't know, like that was just really, really fucking weird to like see like little kids at the show, and then you have like Dale Patricks and like Ryuji Ito just bleeding all over the place. Or again, the fucking 200 like light tooth match, which was awesome. But like they basically gave like the people in the front row like additional like little like pieces of plastic to like cover themselves with from like the glass shards. But again, that includes like there were kids in the front row. So I don't know, like that just felt really, really weird. I did like the show though. You had like basically you had like Yua Aoki's like last singles match before leaving Big Japan, where he lost to Kankuro Hoshino. That was like a really solid match. The Big Japan like World Strong Heavyweight title, like Sodai Monji versus Kazumasa Yoshida, that was awesome.
Yes, that was
the
awesome.
entire
I watched
crowd.
that.
Yeah, like did the crowd reaction still come across on VOD?
Yes, especially as the match built.
Yeah, no, because I was also one of those that like really got into it as it went along. With like you just like the entire crowd was just chanting for like Yoshida. I mean, also like it like basically like before the match as well, where like Yoshida got like all of the streamers, and Daimonji got exactly one, and he was like snarling at the crowd as he took off his mask. Yeah, no, I thought that was awesome. I have to say, I kind of think they should have like switched the title here, like just based on like how over Yoshida was, and the fact that like Daimonji has like run through a lot of people, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot of people left.
Yeah, and it's especially like I don't know if you saw who the next challenger is.
Oh, I did, yes.
Which like, if that's your fucking next challenger, you might as well have just switched the title because fuck.
For those wondering, it's Ryuji Ito.
Yeah, which that's not gonna be like, that's the other thing is actually Kankuro Hoshino like jumped up to like challenge, and then Ryuji Ito also came and then like just shoot like Hoshino away, which was also kind of weird. But like I don't know, like Ryuji Ito has been washed for like what 15 years at more probably. No, 15 years I think feels fair. Like he's been washed for like 15 years at this point. I don't know, like just. And he's never been like a guy that was all that great at like non-death matches. So,
not at all.
Like this will have to be like a big Sodai Monji like carry job to like make this watchable. And I really hope he doesn't win. I
don't know.
But yeah, the tag team title match was awesome too. So that was the Light Tubes match. Just I have to say, like I'm a sucker for Light Tube death matches, and the pop noise that they make when they burst is even more satisfying in person.
Enjoy them while they last.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like I think it's from 2027, so like it might actually be by the next time I go back to Japan, they might no longer have them. Although I think I've heard that like all of the deathmatch promotions are just like hoarding them right now. They like buy them wherever they can, so that they can like stretch it out as much as possible after they get outlawed. But yeah. But it's also like the thing that you don't really notice on VOD is just how like the shards go everywhere, including into the crowd. There was actually one like relatively large shard that landed like 2 rows in front of me. So and I have to say that those actually make it hard to breathe. Like I still maybe don't think you should put on like, you know, like a full on like PPE and everything when you go watch a Light Tube death match. Like I don't think that maybe is a little bit overkill, but like it is noticeable when you like breathe in the Light Tube dust. It's not healthy for you. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I will just add, since we were on sort of like the going through Big Japan and ZERO1, I also watched the finals of the Furin Kazan tag tournament, which was Junya Matsunaga and Tsugataka Sato defeating Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki in 2024 with the bee sting from Matsunaga on Hayabusa with the big surprise shock win. That was a very solid, good match. And I would say that right now, ZERO1 is in the leading of promotion of the year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they definitely are for me.
And let's see. Oh, and also I watched from the 7th. They did upload this to YouTube. Shuji Ishikawa defeated Hayabusa in 1421 with a Splash Mountain. And I quite enjoyed it. Like I wouldn't quite go 4 stars, but it was great because Hayabusa would just bump and go wild for everything that Ishikawa did, right? And that kept it very solid.
Yeah. No, I also really like what ZERO1 is doing, where they build things slowly, right? Like they have like guys underneath and they keep like signing guys as well. They have a bunch of trainees now too. They're starting a women's division, which we'll see how that goes. But you know what? At least they seem actually committed to it, as opposed to like Noah throwing like one like women's match on like a big show and otherwise keeping it completely confined to like to like Monday Magic. So this definitely seems like they actually like, or like same with Great, right? Like where Great has like basically the Michiko Miyagi match, and that's it in terms of like women's
one
matches
woman
most
in
of the time.
the whole company.
Yeah.
Paul, I would be just a couple of notes. First, Great announced that Naoya Nomura would be coming in for a Lidet UWF rules match against Ryuji Hijikata of all people, and that's in March, I believe.
That's such a random thing.
Yeah,
Especially also with Hijikata. Like I think actually Hijikata is the more random part there than Nomura doing like Lidet stuff.
Yeah, it's just it is what it is. And also, of course, we would be remiss to also not mention a couple of our favorite wrestlers. First, Katsuhiko Nakajima is coming into 01. And he confronted Matsunaga and Hayabusa in the 01 dojo and basically said, "Who the hell are you?" to Matsunaga. And on the 28th of February at Itabashi, it'll be Nakajima versus Matsunaga, which is probably going to set up then Hayabusa versus Nakajima at Nakajima's produce show in May, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Honestly, Nakajima should just go to 01.
Yeah. No. I don't remember like who kind of where that was, or if that was just a discussion that I had with people in Japan. Was basically like, where does Nakajima go in case he like leaves like Great? And my thing was like, well, you should just go to 01.
Yep. So that was not the latest on Nakajima. And also, I'll be recording a podcast with Alan Forel on Friday, and we're going to be talking all about Nakajima's career. So look out for that on his Pro Wrest Paradise show.
It's a wild ride. Like, that's the other thing. You're probably going to have to, like, I don't know, in like 10 years, record a part 2 of that because there's going to be like so much more weird shit that he's done since then.
Yes. Including probably, I don't know, his TNA run, his MLW run.
Yeah.
Court Bauer would absolutely book Nakajima.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised. Like this might just be a thing where like Nakajima doesn't want to go to the US. But then again, he was teasing that when he was with All Japan. So I don't know.
He went to the States like a year or two ago. I think 2023. I think he did a couple dates in the States.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like that seems like he seems like the quintessential Court Bauer guy.
And Paul, we cannot mention this man on our 100th episode.
Oh yeah, we have to. I was debating whether or not I should write you that we should put him like number 1 on the run sheet.
Yes. In celebration of our 100th episode, we have to say that Jake Lee has become fully Joker-fied.
Chester Maxing, for fuck's sake. I feel very vindicated. I feel so fucking vindicated. Where people were like, "Nah, look, he's entertaining in New Japan," and it's like he immediately goes and fucking shits the bed in the big main event. Like, god damn it.
So,
but at least he didn't win.
The question is, will New Japan finally break the curse of him falling upwards?
I mean, he just had a title match, right? Like, I mean, where you mean he's like going somewhere else?
No, he's going to keep getting pushed at the top of the card.
Oh, you mean I mean, like, I don't think he's going to win the New Japan Cup because he just had a title shot, right?
Yeah.
Like, I actually have him going out against Callum Newman to, like, establish Callum as, like, the leader of the United Empire. Yeah. But hey, the G1's right there.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, the thing is, like, he only really got the title in Noah because Kaito had been so discredited.
Yeah, and they kind of had nobody else to put the title on.
It'd be an injury or two away.
Well, they could have put it on Keno, but for some reason they just refused to put the title on Keno long term. So
yeah, but I still think he's probably maybe an injury or two away, or another round of booing from Shota Umino to get that title.
I mean, I could definitely see it. Like,
but I don't think we're at any like immediate danger.
No. I could definitely also see him win like the global title or something like that first as well.
Oh yeah,
like I could see him. Yeah, I could see him beat a guy that beats whoever beats Tsuji for the global title.
Yep. And then I guess one other little thing that I'll mention, although I don't know how likely this is, but Joe Lanza talking about and this is just what he heard and somewhat speculation, but that if all else fails, that David Finlay sees Noah as a possible backup.
I mean, I'm
Like
not
he didn't
against
like
that.
his WWE offer, and so he's trying to see what if New Japan could come anywhere close. And then he also said that, it also sounds like people are saying that if New Japan doesn't want him, although it sounds like they do, he would also go to Noah. What do you think of that? Because I actually think he'd actually fit in.
Yeah.
They didn't stick him in, but they're going to stick him in Team 2000X, though, aren't they?
Oh, yes, unfortunately. I have to say, like, I was not a big fan of David Finlay until like a couple of years ago. Like, I thought he was just incredible. Like, he was just the jaggiest of jags on the New Japan roster for a long time. And then he just kind of became like, that is until he like changed his in-ring style, and he just became a guy that just kills people. Like, they're just like, it's just like, no, how about I just do one more power bomb and then another power bomb and another power bomb. And then I actually started liking him. So I definitely think there's worse people you can bring in than David Finlay. Like, that's the other thing. That's why I was kind of like, I guess it's a money thing, right? Like, that's the reason why he like let his New Japan contract lapse. Because to me, it was like I don't think either of the big like US like companies would use him well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think him just like staying in Japan is just, I don't know, like in terms of like, maybe not money wise, but like in terms of like being able to do interesting stuff and not like sitting catering. I think staying in Japan is like the best thing he can do. So yeah, maybe if New Japan can just pay me and he goes back there, that was fine. But honestly, I think he would do well in Noah. I think they also kind of like need a guy like.
I just don't trust how they book him.
I mean, the problem is that they're probably going to put him in Team 2000X, right? Like, that's the problem.
That's the thing. Yeah.
But then I think, like, I mean, Team 2000X isn't going to be around forever, right?
No, but it's not. It's going to be around for a while, I think.
Probably, yeah. But like but again, also given how quickly they like basically rotate people through that faction, like they probably would put him in immediately, and then he's probably going to be out there in 6 months.
No, I was going to say that. No, he comes in and he kicks Ozawa out or something.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely see that. And I think that's actually, because that's the thing I think right now where we're at, where it's like, okay, that it very clearly seems to be getting towards them like kicking out Ozawa. But then it's like, well, who the fuck's the leader of the like faction if they kick out Ozawa? And I'd rather they bring in David Finlay and make him the leader than do something stupid like turning Keno.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know what the chances of that are, but it's just an interesting little note that I thought I'd bring up, and I'm actually not against it.
Oh, yeah. No, same.
Yeah. So we go all the way back to February 2nd well, I think everybody still agrees that these are Pro Wrestling Noah shows.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
they're still under Noah.
So the reason, so I have to say the reason. So for transparency's sake, I wrote Gerard and asked him if we should still consider these like shows Pro Wrestling Noah shows. And to be quite frank, the main reason I asked that was because I'm really, really fucking bored with Monday Magic. I kind of don't want to watch them anymore.
You know, I don't think they're quite as exciting as they used to be, but I still kind of like them because they do sort of have established their own sort of like characters that I want to see do stuff. Like I like Titus Alexander quite a bit, actually. And for whatever reason, Noah's not going to use him in Noah.
Yeah.
Because because he only seems to like pop into the Marvelous Dojo and then pop back out. I don't know. I think that's the thing about that. Like he's not quite ready to commit full time to Japan. So, and look, I get that. So it is what it is.
I'm wondering if he is like angling to get like a contract with like one of the like I think it would be stupid for him to go to either AEW or WWE, but you know.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yes. If he could, well, here's the thing. Why not? If he were to sign with Noah and be a full timer, like that's how he could build his profile to actually like, you know, command a nice offer from an AEW or a WWE.
Yeah. That's why I don't get why, like, because otherwise he seems like, you know, like a smart kid, or guy.
Yeah.
How old is
His
he?
his dad is a wrestler too, right? He's like,
I think, yeah, he's a second generation guy. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, I really like, because otherwise he seems like he has like a good head on the shoulder that knows exactly like how he should build his career. And to me, like he's done everything he can on the US Indies, so it's time to just commit to, like, the next step would be to just commit and go to like one of the bigger promotions in Japan, have like a good like 3-4 year run there, and then sign a big money contract with one of the big US promotions.
yeah. Because look, they're not. Noah clearly likes him, or Nozawa clearly likes him.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. Like maybe he has other commitments back in the States, whatever. But that's an option for him. So we start off with the 3-way match. Asuka defeated Dragon Bane and Atsushi Kotoge in 7-16 with of course, Nakai Koku, of course, from Asuka on Kotoge. Chase Emery defeated Soda Pop in 8:45 with that inside cradle, and everybody's talking about Soda Pop, but it is what it was. It was what it was. Not much to say.
No, really
match that I actually watched with great interest. Great Sakuya and Olivia Rose defeated Zones and Dream Girl Ellie, and Marie Malenko and Sophia Sivan when this Great Sakuya used the Getsuman Sweet Baku on Ellie. And Paul, look, I'm not going to lie, I was very interested in seeing Marie Malenko because Dean Malenko is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers.
Favorites.
And
does Chris Jericho have a kid? Does he have a daughter? I don't know. He's kids, right?
Yeah. I don't think they're in the business.
Okay. Because I was like, if he has like a daughter, they should just, do like Marie Malenko versus like whatever the fuck Chris Jericho, if Chris Jericho has a daughter, whatever the fuck her name is.
I meant to watch the Marie Malenko versus Sarah Yamaoka match in Marigold, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah.
Same actually. I have to say that's one of the promotions I actually got into a lot more watching them live was Marigold.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, see, I think just a quick story. I'm not surprised they're at the state they are, given the amount of talent they actually managed to bring over from Stardom, which was not much. They needed some adjustment time with their rookies because a lot of them are obviously not very good. But I think slowly but surely they are building up their own identity with their own wrestlers.
And obviously having like, Sari there as like a genuine like super rookie. I mean, fuck, she won the like Observer Award for Best Rookie. Which, A, as a woman, B, in a promotion as small as Marigold is like a damn near miracle to win that award.
I'm not going to lie, I voted for Daiki Yoshima.
I mean, I probably would have too if I had a vote. But like, I can't fault like Sarah Yamaoka is awesome.
Yeah,
like,
I can't fault that either. So I keep your eyes on Marie Malenko because I think there's something there. I thought she moved around and had I don't want to overstate it, but this did not necessarily look like her debut match. Not that she looked like she wasn't green in some ways, but she looked very comfortable in the ring.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty clear she's done some training with her dad. Like there was a lot of like ways she like moved around the ring.
And it's the smart thing sending her to Marvelous. Like you're trained by one of the greatest women wrestlers ever. And then we had the 8-man Magic Rumble, and then with Titus Alexander defeating Archie Cole with the Big Ugly to win. And then you had in this match Jacob Crane, Nathan DeWind, Rich Porto Ayaya, Galeno, Iker Navarra, Hayata, and Archie Cole, with Hayata being the weird like.
It's like one of these things is not like the others.
I will say this: the Nathan DeWind guy has caught my eye. Still very green, but I think there's something there.
Yeah, because I think he caught a little bit of flack because he was associated a lot with like the fucking the Spanish guys, the Barcelona Blacklist guys. Like he's not a part of that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's Dutch, exactly. But he was like hanging out, like basically right, like on his first like Monday Magic season, he was like basically with them all the time, even though he's not a member of it. So
right.
And yeah, no, I to me, he also was like a guy that I think there's something there.
Yeah. And then we had Naomichi Marufuji, Keno, and Masakatsu Funaki versus Daichi Hashimoto, Masaki Mochizuki, and Hikaru Sato going to a 20-minute time limit. Probably didn't have to go to a 20-minute time limit.
No.
But there was some nice stuff in there, but it just, good to see Funaki moving around.
Yeah, no, that was scary. Yeah, that could have gone really, really badly with him, but luckily it seems he's fine. But maybe it's time to think about retirement.
Yeah, for sure. I like the match. It just went too long. It was solid though to see some of those guys sort of mix it up and do their thing. And then in the main event, Kaito Kiyomiya defeated We Have CM Punk at Home. 13-13 with the Shining Lancer. And Izzy James doesn't have a bad presence about him, and he's like in his late 30s, and he's been doing this for a while, but he looks sloppy as hell at points. And like that move where he sort of like runs into the ropes, like I don't know how to describe it. Like how like John Moxley does that clothesline when he like sort of goes to the ropes for momentum. He does it where he like rolls into the ropes to get momentum to do a spin kick, but he does it so slowly it like barely looks like he's gonna get it done. I don't know. He's not very good.
No. And it's one of those guys where it's probably like a guy that like either like Nozawa somehow knows, or it's like a guy that like somebody that knows Nozawa knows, and that's why he was brought in.
He looks like a guy that Nozawa would book.
Yeah, he really does. But like that's the other thing. Like the other foreigners he's generally books are at least like, like even if they have like not the best look, they're like younger guys that have potential. Whereas like this guy isn't that at all.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the NWA Texas champion. He's been doing this for a while. I
mean, hey, at least there's some recent evidence of like NWA guys doing well in Japan. So
yes. So from there, we had Legacy Rise, which did 1,522 fans for a Super No Vacancy Full House. And Paul, let's be honest, how did they get over 1,500 fans in there when the top two matches were
this fucking card? Yeah. I mean, it's impressive, right? Like for all our griping about the booking and everything, it definitely doesn't seem they've cooled off yet in terms of attendance.
Well, no, but I mean, this is because of Naito and the debut of Ryusei.
I mean, it's because of Naito. I don't think people bought tickets for Ryusei.
No, but it helps that he's under Naito's wing, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much to say about this on this show because like White Raven Squad versus LTJ was what you'd expect. Although, I thought Naito looked better here than he did in the previous match, and then would go on to shit the bed in the next match he had. So a rare respite, and then Kenta pinned Ryusei on his match. Look, I thought though that Dragon Bane and Alejandro versus Mark True and Kieran Lacey was a lot of fun. I like True and Lacey. It's good to see them back and get that chance. Also, Alpha Wolf and Kai Fujimura versus Daga and Daiki Yoshima was pretty good. And then it's fun to watch sort of how should we say Black Manta Ray is making up for his previously really bad comedy by just working hard now again.
Yeah, no. I mean that's the thing. It's like, well, if he is actually serious, he is a great wrestler. It's just that very often he just is like, I'm just gonna do comedy instead.
So yeah, that was very impressive of Noah to do that though for that card. I mean,
no. I was sure that like this was gonna like break their their sellout streak essentially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, spoiler alert, I'm surprised that All Japan got over 1,000 for their last board.
Yeah. I guess people want to watch the wrestling in Japan.
The junior
fucking New Japan sold out like the large Edion with fucking Jake Lee on top.
Yeah, that's right.
A guy that failed for being a draw in Osaka.
Yeah, it's funny. So then we're off to Monday Magic Rising Sun final episode for this season of Monday Magic. So it's probably not going to be back to like, I feel like May or April they come back or something.
I think April, yeah.
I wonder if
I think there was something in April, yeah.
Are they gonna have another Sumo Hall Magic or?
No. It got downgraded all the way to Shinjuku phase. Like that one is actually coming up before the next season, which is weird because they built nothing for that on this season of Monday Magic. But like that one is coming up, like I think next month. Let me double check. Like I think it's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, Universe Magic March 9th at Shinjuku phase. Yeah. Which, so like realistic, okay, maybe not next time we record, but like basically in 2 shows we're gonna like be talking about that show. And so far there's nothing announced and there's no Monday Magic show. So I don't know, like, is this gonna be like a full like mystery vortex show then?
Well, doesn't this have to do with the Universe Cup or whatever it is?
Oh yeah, it might be that it's that one, yeah.
I saw some matches and then I forgot to write it down. or record it. Oh wait, no. We'll check the trusty dramatic DDT. Okay, yeah. So it's on the March 9th, and we've got
Yeah, March
Shinshiro
9th,
Takagi. This is just round 1. And then
Oh wait!
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
stupid.
The finals on the 6th.
Gerard, I'm stupid. I didn't scroll
What?
down far enough to see the card. Yeah, it's Senshiro Takagi was Great Mummy, Marufuji versus Jiro, Isami Kodaka was Great Sasuke. Okay, I feel like that would have been a great match like 5 years ago. Now with the state Kodaka's in, I don't know.
Old.
Yeah.
Hayabusa versus Yumehito Imanari.
Yeah.
And then we've got, that's the first round, and then on the 6th of April at Universe Magic, it's the finals. I got to assume that. Do you think they let Hayabusa win this?
I was about to make that point because I'm looking at that and I'm like, I don't know. Hayabusa is like the only guy that makes sense.
It could just be Marufuji too.
I mean, it could be Marufuji, but that would be such a like boring. Like I could but like the finals have to be Marufuji versus Hayabusa, right? Like
yeah.
Like that to me seems like the only real like option there in terms of like a possible final. And then I could see that go either way. Like I would probably like Hayabusa winning is the more interesting option.
Absolutely.
But then if they actually just want to go for like, I don't know, want to just do Marufuji instead, like fine. It also seems to be selling pretty well. Like front row seats and the counter seats are sold out. And then the remaining category reserved seats is on limited availability. So they're probably going to sell out Shinjuku. I mean, it should sell out Shinjuku Face, but it's not like it's a star-studded show.
So for this Monday Magic finale, we had the GHC Hardcore title. Masato Tanaka defeated Titus Alexander in 15:29 with the sliding D to win the title. I mean, I like the chemistry that these two have, although, you know, I mean, your mileage may vary on what is essentially a WWE hardstyle hardcore match.
Yep. I don't like these. I'll never like these. I didn't really like it.
I thought it was fine, you know.
Again, I just don't give me hardcore matches without blood. Like, no. That is just an automatic, just massive, big, fat negative in the negative column for me. If you call it a hardcore match and there's no blood.
And then next up, Miyuki Takase, Marie Malenko, and Sophia Savin defeated Zones, Dreamgirl Ellie, and Olivia Rose in 6:55 with the Texas Cloverleaf from Malenko on Rose. I mean, this was short, couldn't really tell anything, but you could tell that Marie applied that Texas Cloverleaf perfectly.
Yeah, that seems like something like her and her dad have practiced like to the death in the basement or something. Yeah. Or wherever, like, or whatever home gym like Malenko has.
4-way match. Hayata defeated Dragon Bane, Ada, and Archie Cole in 6:49 with the modified pinfall on Cole. And it's like matches like this that it's like yes, it's fair to say that like Monday match is getting boring because this is like a less than 7-minute 4-way match.
Yeah.
Like, what does this mean?
And
what is it for?
like three of the 4 guys in there are just like regular Noah roster members. Like Archie the only thing that makes this like a Monday Magic match is the fact that Archie Cole is in there.
Didn't Archie Cole work actual Noah shows?
I don't think so. I think he only worked Monday Magic. I think he's strictly I think he's actually signed to Monday Magic.
Well, he's over.
Yeah, he is. That again, I would put him on a regular Noah show, but I think he is Monday Magic exclusive.
I forgot to see. I was going to say that like Archie has gotten like in that Battle Royal, like they wanted Archie to win when it just came down to him and Titus.
Yeah,
crowd's really into him. And then we had Galeno, Chase Emery, Iker Navarro, and Danny Dugan defeating Izzy James, Nathan DeWind, Rich Portaela, and Soda Pop in 9:58 when Navarro pinned Ayala. Again, not much to this match, although I thought this is the match where I was like, yeah, I thought DeWind was, or DeVind, where I was like, yeah, this guy's making some strides. I think there's something there. He's just sort of nondescript in a lot of the other matches, but he's slowly building something. So I would keep my eye on him and give him another chance.
Yeah.
And then Kaito Kiyomiya and Alejandro defeated Bushi and Ryusei in 11:34 with the Shining Lancer from Kiyomiya on Ryusei. And I don't know, there's not much to this match.
Yeah, this was just again, that's what I mean. Like, I'm kind of just bored with these. Like, they're just bad house shows for the most part.
And then main event for the GHC Women's title, Mayu Iwatani defeated Great Sakuya in 14-15 with the moonsault press to make her second defense of the title. We've gotten to the point even where Iwatani does not go all out in every match that she has. I thought this was perfectly solid, although I will say that I tolerate Great Sakuya a lot more these days than I used to when she first debuted. She's
yeah,
character.
She's
and
really turned it down as well.
But this was like a 3 1/4 special, like at the end of the day.
No. Definitely, like, definitely wasn't like Iwatani going all out. Like, you could definitely see her be like, I don't need to like go balls to the wall for this. I literally saw her have a better. To be fair, was that a better? But basically, I saw her like on the Marigold show defend the Superfly title against blanking on her name now, on the Marigold show, and I thought that was a better match than this. And this wasn't a bad match. I just thought that one had a better story than this. Was just kind of paint by the numbers.
And then we go on to Noah Legacy Rise 2026 on February 11th at Korakuen Hall in front of 1,598 fans, Supernova against the Full House. Now, I'm not surprised that this show sold out. Like,
yeah, I mean,
real
they loaded this one up. This one better sell out, yeah.
So we had Kaito Kiyomiya, Galeno, Harutoki, and Midori Takahashi defeating Manabu Soya, Hajime Ohara, and Yuto Koyanagi and Hiroya Tsuruya. In 606 with the Galeno special from Galeno on Koyanagi. Perfectly fine opener. Although, honestly, I would prefer if they just had the rookies in like one-on-one and tag matches.
Yeah.
To give them more shine.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they're doing that. I think they're putting them in like singles matches as well over like the next couple of tours as well.
And then in the Junior Tag League, Mark True and Kieran Lacey defeated Amaska and Black Mensa Ray in 6-17 with the True Star press from True on Mensa Ray. Was this the match where True like hit a little sketchy looking shooting star press?
Oh, to the outside where he nearly hit his head?
No, for the finish.
Oh, for the finish, maybe.
Oh no, maybe it was on the other shows. But yeah, again, 6 minutes, fine, but there's not much to it. Neither was there much to this one. Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka defeated Atsushi Katoga and Hiroki in 4-13 with the ambitions from Masaoka on Hiroki. Again, like this Tadasuke Masaoka team is just doing nothing.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Oh, we'll get to worse. Noah Junior Tag League more. So Daga and Daiki Odashima defeated Eita and Katsumi Inahara in 8:35 with the Diablo Wings from Daga on Inabata. And I get Inabata or Inahara is sort of playing the role of like the not a complete rookie, but he sort of like went down to rook sort of young boy status when he joined Noah from JTO, but he's established enough to be in this tournament. This match needed more time. I thought Daiki and Inahara worked really well together.
No, I definitely want to see this as like a title match down the line. Like probably not anytime soon because obviously like Eita and Inahara lost. But like I think they definitely like you know what I mean. The thing is with Inahara, if he's going to be a junior long term, or if he's moving up to heavyweight after a while, I think he's kind of on the cusp, right, in terms of size. So, but otherwise, I definitely want to see these two in like a junior title match at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a question whether or not Inahara will actually be that because, he's gonna be a heavyweight. Yeah, never mind. Like then, he's like once he puts on some muscle, he's going up to heavyweight for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then the last junior tag league match on the show, Alpha Wolf and Kai Fujimura defeated Dragon Bane and Alejandro in 11:22 with a death hanger from Wolf on Alejandro. Sort of an interesting finish just to have Wolf pin Alejandro instead of one of the brothers pin each other. This was sort of the long-awaited match. I thought it was solid, but it wasn't sort of what I was expecting from these teams, given all of the heat and brother turning on brother thing.
Yeah. I mean, what was there in terms of like clean wrestling was pretty good, but then obviously it had to be like filled with bullshit as well.
And then, because now we go, as you say, we are now in the bullshit end of the card. GHC Tag Team title, Tetsuya Naito and Bushi defeated Kenta and Hayata in 14-12 with the max from Bushi on Hayata to make their first defense. And woof, man, Naito, who looked somewhat passable in that 6-man tag, he really shit the bed here again. Paul, did you see the spot where he went to sort of give Kenta the elbow and then he fell flat on his ass?
Yeah. I don't think this is even the first time this has happened to him. I'm pretty sure I've seen this happen to him like in Japan. Like, if not in Japan, and in New Japan before. Like, it's like, I don't know, like allegedly he got like, like stuff done on his knees and everything. But
Did he though? I don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't really seem like if he did, it didn't do anything, or at least didn't do anything good.
He was not Rey Mysterio.
No, it definitely is not. Like, that is okay. Now, to be fair, that is like the gold standard in terms of like get something done on your knees, and it literally like rewinds the clock by like 15 years. Because Rey Mysterio was barely mobile, and then he got whatever the fuck he did with his knees, and it was basically he was like mid 2000s, like maybe not 90s Rey Mysterio, but at the very least it was like mid 2000s Rey Mysterio again. That Naito's not that. Naito is like, I don't know, like he just needs to revamp his style, because this just isn't working at all. Like, he can't do the Destino at all. Like, that's why Bushi gets all of the pins.
I mean, this is beyond changing up his style when you're like doing simple spots and tripping and falling.
I mean, I guess, but yeah, I don't like. Here's the thing: I'm gonna watch him next month in 16 Karat, and I'm kind of dreading it. I don't know how that's gonna go. Like, it's gonna be weird.
Yep. Yeah. Well, look, they're not going to stop with the numbers. Although the question,
no. Yeah.
The question is, how much longer are the fans going to keep coming to see Naito? Like, are we at the point of diminishing returns very soon?
I mean, they're going to keep going until they get that like Ozawa versus Naito main event as a singles match, right? Like, that's very clearly where we're going with this.
The only person I would feel comfortable in this company having a singles match with Naito would be Kaito. I feel like he's the only one sitting out of him. Maybe.
Yeah.
I
like Ozawa, but Ozawa is not the kind of guy that is gonna like be able to do that.
Carry a more limited opponent.
Yeah.
And then we go on to the GHC Heavyweight Championship. Yoshiki Inamura defeated Takashi Sugiura in 1939 with the discharge to make his fourth defense of the title. And what else is there to say, Paul? They teased Sugiura setting the rest of Team 2000X to the back, because we forgot to mention Shinjiro Otani opened the show, and Noah has basically taken over the management of him. So he's like a roster member of Noah, like a de facto roster member of Noah. And so we all thought, oh, this is a tribute to Otani. They're going to go out and wrestle a match. And yes, there were some great moments when these guys had the slugged each other like I thought. But then guess what? Ozawa brings out a shark cage. and then the match just predictably goes the way you think it does. Keno sticks Ozawa in the shark cage, and then Inamura pulls it out. This I don't know. I saw even people go as far as the dud. I mean, I get why, but there was some cool Inamura versus Sugiura stuff, but again, just completely overshadowed by the bull. But on the bright side, Keno's actually getting his title match, and perhaps we've passed the Inamura has to go through Team 2000X. But
I would like the only in terms of the match, I actually, you know what, I don't know, maybe because like all of the other matches were filled with so much more bullshit, I didn't mind it as much in this match because it was very limited, right? Like, it was basically like they wrestled it clean early on, and then they brought out the Shark Tank, but that was relatively short. And then Team 2000X was gone, and there was a little bit more cheating from Sugiura after that. But I don't think it was like as overwhelming as it has been in like other matches, as like, for example, in the Budokan match or the Masaki Tamiya match. I thought those two were worse for cheating. So I actually like this one a bit more than that. In terms of, I mean, I hope that Inamura is done with Team 2000X now. I mean, he's beaten everybody, right? Like, he beat all of the heavyweights that they have. The only way he's not is if Noah like turns Keno in the title match and has him join Team 2000X, which I think would be stupid.
Oh, of course it's stupid.
But what I could see is that I think Keno might win.
I think so too.
Because you know because you know what's gonna happen afterwards.
What?
He's gonna lose the title to Naito on his first defense, and then you go to Naito and Ozawa.
Yeah.
Hopefully quickly. Hopefully really quickly.
Well, what I was gonna say was that I like Keno as the roadblock for both Inamura and Ozawa, and I'm just trying to figure out whether or not they would actually put the title on Naito. I feel like he's like.
I mean, you don't have that.
Worse.
I feel like they will, but I feel like you don't have to. If like you can do Ozawa versus Naito without a title. Like it doesn't need the title, but I feel like they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, what else could they do in terms of really big money matches?
Yeah,
I mean, you can get everyone like Keno versus Naito's a big match, and then ultimately Ozawa versus Naito's a big match.
Yeah.
But then does this get strung out all the way to the new year, or are they just going to keep the Naito reign brief?
I mean, they should keep it brief, right? Like,
yeah,
he's just like we were just talking about how bad he is now, so you can't really like keep the title on him long term. Like that's just not gonna work. But who knows? Like who knows? Like we might be sitting here in like September, going into like month 3 of the Tetsuya Naito title reign, and there's 3 more months to go until the New Year show. You know what? But at the very least, that would finally like break the curse of me being there for like Noah New Year shows with terrible main events, because then hopefully the one in 2 years is going to be good.
Yes, I should have asked Paul. Are you cursing these Noah main events?
Obviously I am, because it's just like back to back now. I mean, at the very least, I was able to go to Budokan this time around, so there's that at the very least. But like, yeah, I feel a little bit cursed at the moment, where it's just like, I finally get to see a show at the Budokan, and yeah, I was like, oh man, there's no way Inamura versus Ozawa is gonna be bad, and yeah, unfortunately, it was bad. It was really bad. It's Noah just decided that they wanted to like sell Ozawa down the river to like get Inamura over, when the crowd really, really didn't want that. The crowd was there to see Ozawa win, and Noah was just like, no, not only are you gonna see him lose, you're also going to like see him not do anything at all in the match, so you basically wasted your time.
Yep. So then we have
also sorry, just real quick, fried chicken in the Budokan is bad.
Oh, okay. So no fried chicken in the Budokan, people.
No, I mean, you can buy it, but it's not very good.
Okay. Well, that's important to know. Okay, so then we had the doubleheader in Shinagawa on Valentine's Day. The first show, I only watched the tag title matches, and like Dragon Bane and Alejandro versus Atsushi Katoge and Hiroki beating them in 11-12 when the Twister Bane from Bane on Hiroki. I mean, that was solid, but it wasn't much. And then, of course, Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka defeating Alpha Wolf and Kai Fujimura in 808 with the Tupac from Tadasuke on Fujimura. It was like, I
think I have a controversial. I feel like I'm probably the only one that kind of liked this match, because
okay.
So here's the thing: because both sides were cheating, I think that made it less bad to me. I think that just kind of canceled each other out, and then just everybody cheating just became the story of the match, and that actually made it a more engaging story.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's been but these heel factions versus heel faction matches in tournament, I don't know. I got over them a long time ago when there was like the Bullet Clubs would face off against each other in the G1.
I mean, at the very least, they didn't do the fucking bullshit. One guy pretends to lie down and then tries to roll the other up at the beginning of the match. This is what the fucking Bullet Club was doing all the goddamn time. Every single fucking Bullet Club versus Bullet Club match started with somebody lying down, pretending that they're just gonna get pinned, and then trying to roll up the other guy.
Mm-hmm. And then, so on the evening show, I thought that Asuka and Black Mensure versus Ada and Katsumi in a hot at time limit draw, that was a fun match, and I thought Mensure worked really hard here to show that he is no comedy guy. And then the main event, Daga and Daiki Otoshima defeated Mark True and Kieran Lacey in 11:44 with the Diablo wings from Daga on Lacey. I quite enjoyed this match, actually, but it was too short. Given this is the main event of the show, like, come on, could have given them. I know it's a 15-minute time limit, but you could have given them 2 more minutes.
Yeah, but I guess maybe because the previous show went like 15, but yeah.
Yeah. So the Noah Junior Tag League standings are Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka with 6, Alpha Wolf and Kyle Fujimura 4, Dragon Bane and Alejandro 4, Daga and Daiki Otoshima 4, Atsushi Katoki and Hiroki 2, Mark True and Kieran Lacey 2, Amaska and Black Benson Ray 1, and Ada and Katsumi Inahara 1 point. And are we still going towards a brothers versus brothers final?
I could definitely see that. I mean, Daga and Daiki Otoshima, I don't think. What's their team name? I can never remember the team name.
Oh, Lost something.
It's not Los Ingobernables, but it's something really close to that. That's why I'm always confused what the name is.
Los Intocables.
Intocables, yeah. I don't know what that means. I don't speak Spanish.
Let's find out what it means. Untouchable.
Ah, okay.
So
that's actually a cool name.
Which is fun because Misawa had a faction on Japan in the late 90s called the Untouchables.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the inspiration. I mean, it might actually be given that who these two are.
Yeah.
Like again, like Odashima being Odashima revealing that he was fucking illegally downloading Noah Show or like making illegal copies of Noah shows. It's like, yeah, here are all of my recordings of Noah shows that I did. It's like, are you sure you want to show that off? That's technically illegal. But yeah, I mean, those two are definitely not winning. I don't think Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka are winning. I feel like everybody else is kind of already out of it a bit, right? Like maybe they redo True and Lacey winning because of the way the title match went last time. But otherwise, yeah, the only thing I can see here is like brother versus brother versus brother versus brother.
So that is Noah not beating my prediction that they could become the worst company of the year, the worst promotion of the year already in February.
I don't think so. I think they still I think there's still enough there for them to turn around, but they've definitely been off to a rough start.
Yeah. So we move on to All Japan Pro Wrestling. Paul, first I got to ask, what was Anzai versus Miyahara like live?
Oh, that was awesome. That was basically that that shot like right up to like near the top of my match of the year list for last year. Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, nobody does it like Kento Miyahara at the end of the day, right? Like it's
right.
Funnily enough, I actually missed the first half of that show. Basically what happened is on the 30th, I went to bed like at around midnight, so which is like a normal time for me. And I was staying at a capsule hotel, and I had kind of had a bit of trouble like sleeping because of jet lag and like staying in a capsule maybe not necessarily being the most comfortable thing and everything.
Right.
And also on the 30th was the day I went to Comic-Con as well. So I'd done a lot of stuff. I did great as well and all of that. And so, but yeah, I went to bed around midnight, and then the All Japan show was starting at 2 p.m., right? I woke up at like 1:30 p.m. I slept for over 12 hours. Like my body was just like, no. We're catching up on sleep right now. This is not negotiable.
Right.
So I missed the first half of the show. But yeah, no, the main event was absolutely awesome. Yeah, that's just like, it's just the story of it. Like I definitely, by the end, I was surprised Miyahara won. Like to me, the story was kind of building up to like Anzai winning, but I think Miyahara winning, I think is still like a good idea anyway.
Oh yeah, once the match is over, I was like, that's fine.
Yeah, like the way they constructed it as well, and like Kento in the post match as well, just like looming over Miyahara. Like I actually have like a really awesome photo of like, because I was like pretty close to ringside, I have like an awesome photo of like Kento like bowing down over Anzai and cutting a promo at him. I also bought the Shoe Pro for that week as well, and it has like this amazing photo of like Anzai on the ground with Miyahara's like boot on his neck. Yeah, no, this was fucking amazing, and I'm really looking forward to like whenever like Anzai like beats Kento for the title, which I don't think Anzai is going to be the one that ends this specific title reign, but I think he is eventually going to beat Miyahara to win this title.
Right. And
or at the very least, he's going to have like a big title defense against him for sure.
So, also in Go versus Jun Saito, did Go really get his bell rung, or was he working us?
So I'm of the opinion that he did actually get his bell rung. I think, I don't know, a lot of people are saying he didn't, but I don't know. Like, I know Go sometimes likes to be a bit experimental, but like, there's one thing being experimental, and then there's like having the ref actually like push you off so you can do a move because you're not quite there. And also like how long they did the tease as well. I don't know.
To be fair, I thought Go recovered so well with that reverse into a lariat. That was awesome.
But I mean, we've seen that before though. It's like guys with like really big concussions still like being able to pull off a good match, right? Like because they kind of just run off of instinct.
Yeah.
So no, I think it was legit. I'm of the opinion it was legit.
So then we go on to their annual Okinawa show at the Okinawa Budokan on February 1st in front of 2,036 fans, which is a great number for them. But also it's on their like annual Okinawa show.
Yes. And I don't know if they sell like cheaper tickets for that or something, but yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So I actually like this show, although it was really just a glorified house show.
Yes.
So we had Seki Yoshioka defeating Shota Kafuji in 10:46 with a Nitin and Chiru. And that was a good, solid opener. I think Kofuji's really stepped up. I know hasn't been long, but since signing that contract, Kofuji's really stepped up.
Yeah. No, he seems incredibly motivated. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the three-way match, Cyrus defeated Musashi and Aizawa number 1 in 7:03 with a reverse splash on both men, which was what it was. Go Shiozaki and Shotaro Oshino defeated Ryuki Honda and Rising Hado in 12:29 with the go-on lariat from Shiozaki on Hayato, which was good. Another good little solid match there in the mid-card. Then Atsuki Aoyagi defeated Shisha Mask in 9:59 with the La Magistral. And should we be shoot trash, Paul?
Oh, unmasked Shisha Mask? Yeah, let's go.
Well, it's a former PWF junior heavyweight champion.
Sorry.
It's Atsushi Murayama.
Yeah.
AKA
which is interesting that, I mean, to be fair, it's probably a thing of like him being like, I can get myself a free trip to Okinawa. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'd probably also take that booking because I assume the climate in Okinawa is probably relatively similar to the Philippines because they're not that far apart. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, like, Philippines was a nice, crisp 28 degrees Celsius with no rain. It was very nice. Came back to Germany and there's just a fucking snowstorm.
Were you in Manila?
Yeah, I was in Manila, which different from Tokyo because it's very American car brain. But like once you kind of get used to the city, it's actually quite nice. I actually enjoyed my time there too.
And then in a Triple Crown skirmish, Keno Miyahara, Hideki Suzuki, and Dan Tamura defeated Jun Seto, Yuma Anzai, and Ryo Inoue in 15:23 with the shutdown German suplex from Miyahara on Inoue. Again, a good, solid All Japan 6-man. And in the main event for the World Tag Team titles, Ren Ayabe and Talos defeated Hokuto Omori and Kuma Arashi in 17:53 with the death roulette from Ayabe and Omori. And Paul, this match exceeded my expectations because Kuma and Omori, they worked hard here and they didn't do any bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's the thing. Like with Hokuto, it's like he is a really good tag worker.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like every time, like I saw people being like really down on this match and everything, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I don't never rule out Hokuto when it comes to a tag match, and especially if it's like a title, like if it's like a tag team like title match, because he always works hard on those. Like this is those are always the ones where he doesn't do bullshit. Like that's always when he's given the chance to do something serious, he does always take it serious.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that you can't expect him to do that in a fucking 6-man tag title match, like, because who gives a shit? We don't give a shit about those titles. Why should he?
Yeah, for sure. And then we had on the 7th, actually Kiba first ring in front of 337 fans.
Sorry, just real quick before we get into the show.
Yep.
I wanted to get tickets to the Shinkiba show on the 18th of January.
Mhm.
I didn't buy them online in advance because I was like, well, because All Japan just sells like tickets to like future shows, like at their shows. So I was like, I'm just gonna like buy tickets to the Shinkiba show at the New Year's show, the New Year's Eve show, right? Because I'm like, that's far enough away. Like that's like basically like almost like 3 weeks out from the show, already sold out when I wanted to buy them there. So if you go to Japan and All Japan runs a Shinkiba show, probably try and buy the tickets online because they sell out really, really fast.
So the February Shinkiba show, they did Go Shiozaki and Shotaro Ashino defeated Seiko Tachibana and Yuki Miyamoto in 620 with the Go on Lariat from Go on Miyamoto, a fine opener. And then Dan Tamura and Hikaru Sato defeated Musashi and Shota Kofuji in 10:44 with the crab hold from Sato on Kofuji. I didn't think there was much to that. And then they did Atsuki Aoyagi and Rising Hayato versus Seki Yoshioka and Yuya Susumu, which went to a 20-minute time limit draw. I suppose not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I mean, most of the people in this are good except for Yuya Susumu. It's just went too long.
And then Kuma Rashi defeated Takashi in 11:35, which is interesting little heating up of the book of him for his TV title challenge. And then Ren Ayabe, Talos, and Yuma Anzai defeated Hideki Suzuki, Daisuke Sekimoto, and Kengo Mishimo in 13:02 with the death roulette from Ayabe on Suzuki. I thought this was a solid match, and I think this was started some interesting booking going into this tag title match where Hideki and Suwama are challenging. And then the main event, Jun Saito, Mr. Saito, and Naruki Doi and Senor Saito defeated Kento Miyahara, Ryuki Honda, and Ryo Inoue in 13:13 with this when Jun pinned Inoue with the Psycho Break. And that was fine. And then on the 11th at Kirisato Arena Fuji or Fuji City General Gymnasium, Kuma Rashi once again getting some being built up. He defeated Shota Kofuji in 8:27. Go Shiozaki and Shotaro Ashino defeated Yuma Anzai and Dan Tamura in 10:11 with the Gowan Lariat from Shiozaki and Tamura. And I thought this match was great. Even though it was like second on the card, could have gone easily another 5 minutes, but it was, to me, like the best match of the show.
Yeah, for some reason they just decided like, hey, how about we just go hard and like on a random ass house show, second from the bottom.
Kind of into Anzai and Dan as a team, actually.
Yeah, but that's not gonna be for long because Dan is back in Evolution.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Road to the Junior Tag Festival. Atsuki Aoyagi, Rising Hayato, Musashi, and Hikaru Sato defeated Seki Yoshioka, Yuya Susumu, Ryo Inoue, and Kota Sekafuda in 11:15 when Hayato pinned Inoue with the Sid Vicious. Paul, I gotta say this. Yuya Susumu has been completely inoffensive to me so far, but they really haven't put anything that I feel like is gonna expose him, I suppose.
Yeah, but I still hope he's really only sticking around for this like tournament and then he's gone again.
Yeah. And then Kuroshio Tokyo Japan defeated Hokuto Omori in 9:13 with the commenced alt, which,
is Hokuto on his way out? Because it seems like they're disbanding Hokutogun. He's not in the Champion Carnival.
Why would you leave in like March?
Yeah, that is weird, but like,
Did he get in trouble again? Did he get in trouble?
See, that's the thing where I'm looking at like who is not like we're gonna talk about this later, but like there's two big omissions from the carnival where I'm like, are these guys sticking around or are they like leaving?
Yeah, no, that's a legitimate question to ask. And then Ren Ayabe and Talos defeated Hideki Suzuki and Seigo Tachibana in 12:03, and once again Ayabe pinned Suzuki with the death roulette, which was interesting booking, and I actually thought the match was kind of fun, especially with Tachibana in there. And then main event was Kento Miyahara and Ryuki Honda defeating Jun Saito and Senior Saito in 1646 with the final event from Honda on Senior Saito. I don't know if you want to have a tag match with Senior Saito on one side that goes almost 17 minutes.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But I do think it's notable that it seems like Honda is now Kento's like regular tag partner.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're teaming a bunch on this tour.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to say this. Do you think someone else's booking or has recently taken over booking or has had a major say in the booking? Because there's certain beats that are different. There's a certain, I don't know, other things going on in the mid card that would necessarily just get neglected, like this whole Kumarashi being built up for the Gaora TV title match and everything like that. They would usually don't bother with that, especially with the Gaora TV title, to build up a challenger like they have with Kuma.
I mean, it's obvious who it is. It's Go.
Well, yeah, that's got to be who it is, right? But then,
yeah. Like it's Yuma Aoyagi is out and Go is in and booking. I think that's the difference. Yeah.
So Go didn't have a say on who is in the Champion Carnival, if this is indeed true.
I mean, if he did, then there's certain people he might not have wanted in there. Then.
Well, we'll talk about that more in a minute, because we go to the Corkid Hall on the 15th for Excite Series in front of 1,135 fans. And Paul, I'll call that a success with this card.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I saw that card and I was like, okay, they're gonna drop under 1,000 for this, but they're like, nope, 900. They scratched and clawed their way above 1,000 and I got 135 people on top of that, which, you know what, that's a success.
Yeah. First match, Kengo Mishimo defeated Shota Kafuji in 558 with the arm lock. This is a nice little veteran versus like young boy match. Then Havoc versus Hokuto Gun, Go Shiozaki, Shotaro Ashino, and then returning Zion and Odyssey defeated Hokuto Omori, Takashi, Aizawa #1, and Jack Kennedy in 604 with a diving headbutt from Zion on Omori. Actually quite inoffensive. And it's like moments like these where you wonder if Omori is on his way out, like you said. But
again, like he's the one taking all of the pins in these matches.
Why didn't he take off in January then? Like
I don't know. Maybe his contract just kind of ran slightly. I don't know. But like maybe his contract ran just slightly different than everybody else's, or
yeah,
I don't know. So was he out there in the tracksuit in January?
I don't know. I'll have to double check. So we have a junior tag festival 8-man tag match. Musashi Yuko Miyamoto, Kota Sekafuda, and Toshiyuki Sakuda defeated Dan Tamura, Hikaru Sato, Seki Yoshioka, and Yuya Susumu in 739 with the Swanton Bomb from Sakuda on Sato. Too short to get really anything out of it, but it was fine for what it was. And then the World Tag Team title and Gaora TV title skirmish, Hideki Suzuki Suwama and Daisuke Sekimoto defeated Ren Ayabe, Tao Sukumarashi in 743 when we had a referee stop because Suzuki just got Ayabe in a super hold and wrenched it right in there. And I thought that was an interesting little way of like it's stuff like this, the way they book, like Ayabe taking those two falls and then like getting this vengeance on Ayabe, right?
Yeah.
What are the chances of Evolution winning these tag titles on Monday or whatever it is?
I mean, it's possible. I think it depends whether or not Talos is sticking around, right? I think that's the limitation on. Well,
he's in the Carnival, but like to me,
that's true. Yeah, so he's sticking around. Yeah.
To me, the big money is the Titans versus the Saitos.
Yeah. No, right? Which I do think it probably makes sense to have Evolution lose. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Hideki is gonna
or Suwama.
Ayabe should be pinning Suwama. I think that would be a good rub. Do you think Suwama's sticking around more, or this was just I
don't know. I mean, them bringing back Evolution again. My God, this fucking faction will never die. How often has Evolution died and come back? Like we're on how
many times has Dan Tamura left and returned? How many times has Dan Tamura left and returned to Evolution?
Every single member of that faction has at some point. You know what? No. Now the only member of Evolution that has never left Evolution is Hideki Suzuki because he just joined when they reformed it. It's the only guy in there that has never left Evolution. I don't. I mean, here. You know what? Actually, okay, and this is an entirely personal thing. What pisses me off about this is that the Reform Evolution like a couple, like not even, like a couple of weeks after I am no longer in Japan, so I can't even buy an Evolution shirt. I want an Evolution shirt. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Fuck. And they're gonna be disbanded again by the time I go back.
Maybe they'll disband and reform by the time you get back.
And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna disband it on like the show before I come back.
And then in a Triple Crown skirmish, Jun Seto and Yuma Anzai defeated Kento Miyahara and Ryuki Honda in 9:29 when Jun pinned Seto with the Psycho Break. Jun Seto pinned Honda with the Psycho Break. Actually, this was good, but too short.
Yeah.
But I guess fair enough. They had to give some time to the junior tag matches, which I also appreciate. So then we had...
Sorry, just real quick on that match, though. I think especially here as well, it was very noticeable that Kento is kind of like... I'm not saying he turned heel, but he's definitely healing it up. Like a lot stronger than he has in the past.
I feel like this is now like almost like the Tanahashi heel turn. Everybody's like trying to like...
make it happen.
To make it happen, and it's not going to happen, but no.
I mean, ironic that you would mention it because I'm literally wearing my limited edition Tanahashi New Japan tracksuit right now.
So for the first Junior Tag Festival match, Ryo Inoue and Mochizuki Jr. defeated Mr. Sato, Naruki Doi, and Senor Saito in 17-18 with the inside cradle from Inoue on Doi. And this was great when Naruki Doi was in there. I thought Inoue and Mochizuki both looked great. So, I'll give this a thumbs up, but not like an enthusiastic one.
No, I mean, but at least the right team won.
Right team won, and I think they should.
Yeah. I mean, the Dragon Gate All Japan like relationship seems pretty like solid right now. Like it seems just dialed in. So yeah, you know what? Might as well just like.
These two facing off against Mochizuki Senior and Don Fuji.
Yeah, exactly. That would be awesome.
And then in the main event for the Tag Festival round one, Atsuki Aoyagi and Rising Hayato defeated Fuminori Abe and Seigo Tachibana in 23-52 with the Firebird splash from Aoyagi on Tachibana. I quite enjoyed the match. Maybe it went a little too long, but very good main event. Not like what normally you would expect from a main event. I'll go like 3 3/4 stars.
I don't know. I was a little disappointed by it, but that's because I was a victim of high expectations. Because I just look at like who's in this match, and I like at minimum expect like a 4-star match, and it didn't get there, unfortunately.
I think you can't discount the fact that like Tachibana and Abe aren't like regular tag team partners, even if they're both great wrestlers.
I mean, that's true, but still, I don't know. Like it was just, like I said, it's high expectations. Like, I'm not saying it was a bad match. I was just disappointed because I expected more.
No, I understand that. So also on the show, we got an announcement of the Champion Carnival teams, and it is 16 wrestlers. They didn't really say if they're doing blocks. I'm assuming it's going to be 2 blocks.
Yeah, I would assume. Like, I mean, a round robin tournament with like 16 people at no blocks would be like insanity.
Insane. Yeah. I'm curious what the largest 1-block tournament in Japan, round robin 1 block, has ever been.
Probably like a fire festival or something, right?
Maybe. So there's 10 block shows before the finals. So keep that in mind. So we have Rei Saito, Kento Miyahara, Go Shiozaki, Hideki Suzuki, Jun Saito, Ryuki Honda, Renai Abe, Yuma Anzai, Kengo Mishimo, Daisuke Sekimoto, Kumarashi, Madoka Kakuta, Zion, Odyssey, Cyrus, and Talos. And Paul, before we get to talk about who isn't, well, this person isn't in the Champion Carnival, but I think we can celebrate it because there's no Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Actually, you know what? I didn't even realize that, but that's amazing. We're finally done with him, I think. I think he's finally gone.
I think they want to go with Zion and Odyssey and Talos more than Davey Boy.
Yeah. Which, I mean, at the very least with Zion and Talos, I get it. Odyssey is like, why? But the other two, I get it. Like, neither is like an amazing worker, but they're really fucking over. And they're obviously, as opposed to like Davey Boy, they're incredibly fucking motivated.
Yeah. So let's talk about who is in the Champion Carnival. But let's start off with Yuma Aoyagi. Is this punishment?
I mean, yeah. I mean, what else could it be, right? Like, because
Yeah.
his suspension is over, like, I think around now, right? Like, it was mid-February was what they said. I think.
Could he pop up at the out award maybe? And like,
I mean, possibly, but then again, like, well, if he's back by then why isn't he in this tournament? Right? Like, because it's like, for example, like, Ray is technically still injured. Like, they've announced his return date, but they put him in the tournament anyway.
Yeah, that's true too.
Which again makes me think, is he leaving? Like, that's why I'm thinking, like, I think maybe it's him and Hokuto are like leaving, and I don't know, doing something with Nomura or something.
I mean, well, Yuma's the one that did screw up, so like, I don't know if he can really be that pissy about his punishment.
No, but I mean, if it like coincides with him also losing power backstage as well to go, which seems pretty clearly what happened.
Yeah. We think.
Which again, that's the reason why Go left Noah, because he lost power backstage.
Maybe, no, they gave him limit break. I think it's just more of a overall clashing with vision, because Nozawa's vision is very different than Go's. I think Go would get along with someone else that had a different vision.
You know what? Actually, Nozawa's vision probably meshes much better with Yuma Aoyagi's vision.
Oh, God. Okay, well, then everybody wins with a trade. Yuma ends up,
I mean, honestly, Yuma Anzai and Noah, Yuma Aoyagi and Noah, not Yuma Anzai, Yuma Aoyagi and Noah.
He's going to tower over everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be fucking awesome. He can work like a giant.
Well, there's that. I don't know. I wouldn't read too much into it because he's coming off of suspension. But then let's talk about Hokuto, because we've already talked about Hokuto. No, Hokuto, it seems somewhat surprising, although they've left him off in the past, but it's been like, but they've sort of made him slightly more prominent in terms of he's got his own fact. He just challenged for the Triple Crown. But he's always been taking a lot of falls, even as the leader of Hokuto Gun. I don't know. Hard to say. But here's
again, I think just him being left out of the tournament is unusual. Like, he's all like how many years in a row has he been in the Champion Carnival?
Yeah, it's been a few now. Paul,
and like, it's like, you know, like, it's like they could have like left out, like, I don't know, like, I love him, but like kicking out one of your own roster guys for like Kengo Moshimo is kind of weird. I'd probably keep Sakamoto, but like Kuma even. I know he's a regular. Yeah, Kuma as well, yeah. Who literally was like, I don't know, like second in command of like Octagon.
Yeah. It's just weird that Mashimo and Kumarachi get the nod and Hokuto and Ashino don't. Ashino had a tweet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ashino's the other one. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
We're getting to that. Ashino had a tweet. Like, he's like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna be like, it's hard being a small guy, but I'm gonna fight my hardest. And then like Zion quote tweeted it and like, hey buddy, like you deserve to be in. Which I don't know if they're running an angle. Paul, the question is, are they gonna run an angle where like Ashino and then either Aoyagi and Hokuto get placed in? Because technically they have enough shows where they could do it. There's 10.
Yeah.
There's 10 block shows. And if they go to 9 in each block, that's 8 matches over 10 shows.
But then you can really only have like 2 of them in there, right? Like one of them would still be out of the tournament.
Well, there's 3 guys who aren't in the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hokuto stays out, which I could see, or Yuma Aoyagi stays. Yeah. But what do you just think of like the chances of them doing an angle where Ashino and one other gets handed in? That usually doesn't happen.
No, I mean, it would be unusual, because then like you might as well just announce them like right off the get-go, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, why leave them? Okay,
and so the thing I wanted to say with Ashino is, what the hell's happening? Like, does Go hit his tag team partner?
Yeah, that's the one I don't get. Like with the other 2, it's like, I don't know. Like maybe I can see some reason for that, but like, yeah, why is Ashino not in this? It's very weird. But like the entire rest of Havoc is, except for him.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense. He literally held the title. He held the title not that long ago.
And the fact that they were riffing, that I saw Ashino riffing on this in Twitter, and then Zion joining in, was why I was like, is this going to be an angle where Ashino gets brought in?
Sort of a match with him and Odyssey, and who wins is in a carnival, and then Ashino beats Odyssey.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that, but that's what they should do. It would make this tournament so much better. Because right now it is kind of looking rough.
I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
I mean, it kind of
Maybe
depends
one.
what the blocks look, but in theory, you
Yeah,
can make
yeah.
you can make a really bad block with this.
You
lineup.
have to distribute the foreigners wisely.
Yeah.
Like you have to put. How would you distribute the foreigners? Which two would be one block, and which? Well, I would say hopefully you split it up that way.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
in one
probably put
block,
Zion and Talos, and then in one block, and then Odyssey and Cyrus in the other block.
Okay.
Right, because with Odyssey and Cyrus, at the very least, there's you have like two big guys slapping into each other.
Right. That makes sense.
And then Zion can like beat Talos to get us win back from the both the finals and the tag title match.
Right. That does make sense. They would put Zion over him too, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I found the Zion tweet. You're as strong as anyone I know, brother. I'm so upset you are not part of the Champions Carnival, and I know this will start an even bigger fire in your heart. Okay. Hashtag we are Havoc.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. It seems like it's like I don't know. It's like there's a certain drama to it that it's like, is this a storyline?
It's just that when have they ever done something like this? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's why I can't think of any time that they've announced the lineup and then just shoehorn people in with an X.
Yeah,
Or a
exactly.
mystery thing. Yeah, that gives me pause. So that's the thing, which is very disappointing, right? Honestly, I'm enjoying what Kuma is working hard lately. I'd take out Mashimo. Well, I'd take out Odyssey too, but
But
You
that's
know what I mean.
unfortunate with the Havoc thing. Yeah. But then again, we're already leaving out a Havoc member. We could have left out two Havoc members or left out a different Havoc member.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very, very weird. Like, I don't really with Aoyagi. Aoyagi to me is the most obvious one why he isn't in there.
Really, you think so? I think I'm not kind of surprised that they would just sort of he might work the undercards, but they're punishing.
I mean, that they're punishing
Ashino
him
is
that
amazing.
much that he's not even in it is quite strong. Yeah. I mean, I actually expected him to be in there, but I basically expected him to get one win or two wins the entire tournament. And that was the punishment I thought they were going to give him, not leave him out completely.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm praying I mean, you could bring, again, this is something out of the ordinary, but you could bring Aoyagi in on show up on the mic at Oda Ward, angry, demanding that he get put in the Champion Carnival. I don't know.
And then you can have Ashino come out and be like, hey, I'm also
If
not
you
in the
put-
Champion Carnival. Let's have a match.
Well, I know people are very down on it and on Yuma Aoyagi, but this tournament does get significantly better if you put the.
If he's in there, yes. No, he is. It is.
I don't think it's as bad as some people think either, but it just depends how the blocks shake out.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, go.
Okay, yeah, I mean, Go to me is the favorite as well. I have one other guy,
Okay.
Madoka Kikuta.
No, I get it.
Right? He's going to lose. Here's the thing: he's going to lose the Dream Gate pretty soon to Yuki Yoshioka, the inheritor of the High Fly Flow. Now, I know nobody can see me point to the high and whatever. Anyway, he's gonna lose the title pretty soon, which then frees him up to do more stuff in All Japan, and it's really clear that All Japan likes him. Again, they put him into two carnivals and back to back. Yeah. And here's the thing. He might not win, but you know what actually is another option? The other option is that he actually goes into this tournament as champion. That he beats Kento for the title before the carnival and then defends it against Go after the carnival. Because he is an outsider, you don't really have to have him hold the title for that long.
No. Now, here's my question. Okay, so is Madoka versus Kento a main event worthy of just Cork and Hall, or could you go a little bigger into an Oda Ward?
I think he can go into an Oda Ward with that one.
Well, because there's no Oda Ward again until August. There's just a Korakuen in June, and no other bigger venues announced as of yet.
I mean, you can also do it in Korakuen. You can just that's an easy sellout. You don't need to put that on the other hand, that's an easy sellout, and you don't need to put anything else on that Korakuen because that by itself will sell it out.
Mm-hmm. That's true too. I do think, I think Madoka is the number two. I still think Go is leading it. Give Go.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. Exactly. That's the main reason why I'm also leaning Go, because he's never won it, and if you want him to win it, given the state of his body, you should just do it now.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You got to get the most you can out of Go before he breaks down more. Who's the other finalist then?
Oh, Kikuta.
Oh,
Okay, it
really?
depends. So if Kikuta goes into this as champion, then I don't think it's him. If he doesn't come into this as champion, I think the finals might be Go versus Kikuta. Or otherwise, June, I could say.
I was gonna say June is my choice. Get the win back from December.
That makes sense as well. I guess Honda maybe would make sense as well. Because he's gonna win the Royal Road later in the year, so you can have him like lose.
I assume, I hope.
I mean, it has to be. It's such an obvious story.
Yes. Honda, I think, is a dark horse finalist. What about Anzai versus Go in the final?
I was thinking about that as well, but that feels like a match you want to save.
Yeah.
Like, if you have Go win the title, I would almost say, like, you save, like, Anzai versus Go, where Anzai, like, Go gets, like, a little bit of a reign, like a good, decent little run, and then he loses it to Anzai.
So the interesting thing is in March, we're going back to that is Florida Arena in Western Tokyo, which also sort of brings up the question of who's going to be the March challenger, which I do not know. But before we actually jump ahead that far, let's preview the
wait,
show
but wouldn't that be where you have Kikuta challenge then? When in March is
Champion Carnival in March?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. That could be done too.
Because I'm pretty sure, I don't remember when the Dragon Gate show. No, the Dragon Gate show in Fukuoka is, I think it's this month still, or it's early March. So after that, Kikuta is basically like free to like work more in all Japan.
Mm-hmm. So the match card for the show on the 23rd at Oda Ward Gym, we got Ryuki Honda versus Hokuto Omori. We've got Atsuki Aoyagi, Rising Hado, and Yuma Anzai versus Ryo Inoue, Kengo Mishimo, and Fuminori Abe. And then match 3 is for the Gaora TV Championship. Daisuke Sekimoto defends against Kumorashi. I think that'll be a good match. And then we have Rei Sato's return match versus Havoc. So we got Rei Sato, Mr. Sato, Naruki Doi, Senor Sato, and Makoto Oishi for some reason versus Go Shiozaki, Shotaro Ashino, Zion, and Odyssey. And then another first round tag match in the Junior Tag Festival. Dan Tama and Hikaru Sato versus Kota Sekafuda and Toshiyuki Sakuda. That could be good. And then we got the next Junior Tag Festival match, Musashi and Shota Kofuji versus Seki Yoshioka and Yuya Susumu. So adjust your expectations accordingly. Semi-main event. World Tag Team titles, Ren Ayabe and Talos defend against Suwama and Hideki Suzuki. And I think we already said what I think is going to happen. Ayabe should pin Suwama ideally, although I do think the Titans will retain, and they should. And then in the main event, Kento Miyahara defends against Jun Saito. And, I think it's pretty safe to say that Kento's going to win this. I do not expect an upset. Paul, what do you think? Oh,
hey,
there you go. Sorry.
Yeah. For some reason, my browser refreshed itself, so I got kicked backstage.
Did you hear what I said, though?
Yeah, no, I heard. I was back in. I was actually backstage.
Okay,
I heard what you said. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I did hear what you said, but I actually forgot what
No, there's no chance of the Triple Crown.
Again, like the only one that makes sense is like if Kikuta wins it, right? Like I don't think anybody else winning this before the carnival makes any sense.
Right.
But I could very well, like whoever goes into the carnival as champion, lose it to like the winner of the carnival. I can definitely see that happen.
Well, I was going to say,
it's been a while as well since the Champion Carnival winner actually won the title.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If Go wins the carnival, I think he's winning the Triple Crown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. If it's Go, like, I think he's winning for
Which would also explain the like rush to do the Go versus Kento match the way it
because that means Kento has already gotten his win, and now it's just about like Go getting his win back.
Yeah. And so what are the chances of Honda challenging for March?
As just like kind of like, I mean, I could see that as well.
It's funny now that you said, I never thought of the Omori leaving thing, but now you got Omori in a singles match all by himself and like no other Hokuto gun stuff on this show. Huh.
Like it's weird,
Like,
right? Like it
what?
doesn't make
Okay,
sense
if he is-
timing wise, but like
If he is leaving to continue to be a professional wrestler, what's the point and where would he go?
that's the other thing. I have no fucking
All
idea
we
what
know,
he
he
would
already
do.
has like a rep, not a negative rep,
Yeah.
given what has happened to him in the past, right?
Like, I don't know, no, but like, what is he gonna do in Noah?
Yeah.
DDT?
Here's the thing. Noah hasn't really picked up anyone we thought. Why? Well, they'll pick up Naito,
Yeah,
but they also have to pay him Naito money.
yeah,
But they also have plenty of young guys now,
yeah. There's really
But
no
I wouldn't
reason to bring
necessarily-
in a Hokuto Mori.
right? And they don't need a guy like Hokuto who's like either on the cusp. I think he's like on the cusp of 30 or just turned 30 last year.
Yeah,
And it's just like, well, what's the point of someone like that?
yeah. It's no real upside there.
There's no super upside there unless you have some some crazy idea for him that you must have him as a professional
Yeah.
wrestler in your company. Yeah, he turned 30 last year. So yeah, I don't know. I don't
Jake
think he's
got
really
him
that
a job in
advanced
New
to-
Japan.
Again, I know. Look, New Japan does not need him. I know people say
No.
these things, but they got their. I mean, as a jobber for matches with Jake, then I suppose. But
That's
about,
basically what I'm thinking as like a lost post for United Empire.
that's it,
Yeah,
right?
that's about the only thing I can see. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's not even necessarily that I see like this amazing place for him to go. It's just like I don't know. Like he's doing a lot of things that somebody that is like on his way out of a promotion is doing.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
like I
just
don't have
like-
anything more solid than that, really.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it remains to be seen. But maybe after this show, we'll have some questions.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We'll see, yeah.
Some weird things are happening in All Japan, although I feel like they're generally going in the right direction.
I mean, there is a lot less bullshit than there's a lot less like fucking around than there used to be.
Yeah, and I think Yuma Aoyagi is a big reason for that. But also, what was I going to say? But also, like dialing back the Hokuto gun stuff, like they now seems to have done too, right?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for 100 episodes,
Yep.
and we'll do 100 more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, sorry, I just remembered some stuff I wanted to talk about for like the Japan stuff as a trip as well, because I think that also feels appropriate for like the 100th episode.
Sure.
Is so I actually met some listeners.
Okay.
I'm sorry I forgot your name, but no, quite literally the first one. I quickly I had the whole like, oh wait a minute, I recognize your voice moment, which was a bit surreal. So basically, we were like doing karaoke in Sudobashi. I was doing that with John and some people from the Voice of Wrestling Discord as well. And we were at this like at this darts bar before, and there was this British wrestling fan who then like came with us to karaoke. And I was just talking about like and like on my podcast or whatever, and then the guy was like, "Wait a minute, are you Paul from the ML Flow Show?" So yeah, I'm very, very sorry I forgot your name, but like, look, I'm sure if you remember, we had a lot of shots that night. It was a great night. It's kind of humbling in a way. Also, actually, the amazing part of it as well was because I don't know how it is for you, Gerard. Like, I often have the feeling that like whoever listens to us, like basically just found us like through like the Voices of Wrestling like network, or like found us through like the flagship, or like the all flagship listeners or whatever, right?
Sure.
No. But he actually found it. Like, you know how he found it? Like, he doesn't listen to the flagship. Like the way he found us. Yeah, the way he found us was he's a Super J-Cast listener. And when we were doing, like, when I was like guesting on the Super J-Cast, when like Noah and New Japan were doing like the fake Wrestle Kingdoms, if you remember that. And like, I was guesting for that, and he listened to that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm on FlowShow if you want to like get more into like Noah and All Japan. And yeah, that's when he started listening to us.
Plugs
Like,
matter.
I think that's so fucking cool.
That is cool. Plugs matter, folks. When you're on.
Oh, they really do. Yeah. Also, the things he said was, we shouldn't be that mean to Great. Which, you know what? I think after, like, you know what? Recently, I've actually been feeling a lot better about Great because they made me really happy with the show they had in December. Yeah. Also, we should be more regular, which, given that we've kind of moved this show around a couple of times, I think it's something we should kind of take to heart a bit.
It's hard to be regular because it's sometimes you could do an episode every week, and then sometimes it's like you got to wait 3 weeks.
I mean, it's also the problem, obviously, that we're like 6 hours apart as well, so that kind of makes it difficult at times too. But look, we'll try to be as regular as we can.
Well,
also, we should turn up your mic because I was told that by multiple people that you're too quiet.
Okay. Well, I've been trying to turn up my mic, so I don't know what's going on there, but we'll see. I think I fixed that.
But yeah, like he wasn't the only one. I met like other people as well, like Snazzy, and yeah, it's kind of weird to actually, like, you know, because sometimes you just feel like you're kind of just talking into a void. And then to actually see, like, no, there's actual, like, flesh and blood, like, human beings that are willing to, like, listen to you, like, fucking yap about some niche-ass pro wrestling. It's kind of great.
It definitely is. So, yeah, thank you for the 100 episodes, and we're going to keep on trucking, even though, I don't know, I've never had, like, any, like, I got to stop watching wrestling feeling at all, at least in the last week. I don't know. Even though, obviously, I think people are sort of down on Japan right now, which I get. You know, but you know, these things go in ups and downs. Are you really a wrestling fan if you haven't like slogged through some downtimes? All right, we just had some technical difficulties there. Paul's computer died, as we we're going to say, and I was just saying that. Are you really a wrestling fan? That if you haven't been through some downtimes, and also as Paul just sent me a message, we've been through far worse times in All Japan. And in Noah and everything, you know, watching and before the time of the show, but just watching. So, you know, we're going to continue on. And I've been watching Puro for 27 years. It'll be 27 years, I think, this fall. So I'm going to keep doing it. So we will talk to you very soon. And until next time, enjoy all the wrestling out there. Bye.
Hi, I'm Kay Slow, co-host of the Open the Voice Gate podcast. The one question I'm constantly asked when it comes to Dragon Gate is, how do I get into the promotion? Well, stop asking and start listening to the Open the Voice Gate podcast, released every Wednesday on the Voices of Wrestling podcasting network. For exclusive news and show reviews, look no further than the leader in Dragon Gate coverage, Open the Voice Gate.